22nd thick, whatever it is in my fingers. Okay, 22, fair. 22nd thick of the hard work. Let's go, guys. So here's the thing. Today, I'm not gonna talk for like too long, but I've got something interesting going on, specifically with YouTube, all right? If you've been watching a YouTube for a while, you definitely will understand what I mean. Now, here's the thing. Have you noticed lately, like I'm talking about these couple of years, that for some reason views are slowly getting they're dropping down? Not only at small channels, but even big creators that have like millions of subscribers, maybe tens of millions. You do know that they used to get like, if let's say someone had 1 million subscriber, he would be getting daily at least, like I'm talking about minimum, 1, 2, 3 million per video views. This was like something normal and usual. However, lately the statistic completely changed. So like even the people who have big channels, they're still getting less views. Sorry, I mean they're now getting less views. They're supposed to get more, but they're getting less. A channel that has millions of subscribers, like his best performing video, his is giving him about like what 500k views, maybe 600. But like, it doesn't make sense. But apparently, that's what most people notice on YouTube nowadays. And some people say it's maybe because YouTube is slowly like declining and stuff. And yeah, that's the other thing that I want to talk about. Not the YouTube declining and stuff, but like in general, if I open a YouTube homepage, or let's say I'm watching a video and on the side, on the right, there's like hundreds of videos being recommended by YouTube to watch. Most of them are about negative topics. Seriously, I've barely seen any videos that are about something positive. Like most of them are about, oh, this thing is declining. Oh, this man is now doing very poorly. Oh, this is very bad. Oh, in this country, this is happening. And most of the stuff are quite negative. However, I have barely seen anything positive. Because it is either negative or neutral. So like, oh, this thing happened. Oh, maybe that happened. Or maybe he's just telling you something, but it's not something positive or negative. It is just a fact, stating out a fact. Like barely anything positive I've seen lately on YouTube. Now, I'm being worried because it is not really a good thing. Let's be honest here. If the only thing you see on YouTube is negative, believe it or not, your daily thoughts would be negative. I can't like I can't stop seeing people who have only negative thoughts. Like outside or like when I go outside, I can see them all being like walking like this, maybe I don't know, always on their phones. They don't seem happy at all. I don't know why. Or actually I do know why. They're just their minds are filled with something that is not really good for them. It's mostly negative. Even if you go to the news, what is the main article? I'm not gonna talk about specific news site, right? I'm just gonna say, go on any news page, anything. Could be yours, like let's say if you're from Sweden, I don't know, just the first country that came to my mind. If you're from Sweden, go to the main Swedish news tab, like news channel. You will see what is like on their main page. Or maybe you're from United States, maybe you're from Russia, maybe you're from Japan, whatever that is. Check your country's main news channel. Check what is the current main page, like mainstream, basically. What's the main news that's like popping off, going crazy? Like I can check right now. Just Let me open my computer. News. The first thing that I can see, okay, it's about sports, number one. Number two, also sports. Third one, also, now, you see? Fourth one. 3 person passed away in some cruise ship, blah, blah, blah. Another one. A president says that. Another president or mayor says that. It keeps saying about either neutral or negative. There's barely anything. Yeah, you see, now this sports thing that I've mentioned, like the first one, it says this sports team defeated the other one. Now, for some, it could be positive, for some, it could be negative, for some, it could be neutral. But, like, is it the kind of, yeah, and it even tells me like the top stories right now, which is like popping off. Literally 3 hours ago. Crazy stuff. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, Google News. What's the first thing? Yeah, prices of oil is now apparently failing. What's next? Former mayor, blah blah blah. This is in critical condition. Like, I'm telling you, most of the stuff you see on internet is negative. Like, no wonder I'm a person who's saying like don't watch news. Like, I'm the kind of person who was not really against that, but I don't really support it unless it is something really like going on in the place where you're living. Until that, you should not really watch the news. Yeah, it's interesting that we've got from YouTube to, I mean, from artwork to YouTube, from YouTube to the news. But you get the idea. Wherever you go, everywhere, literally everywhere, is being filled with negative stuff. And do you know why? Genuine question. Do you have any single idea why, wherever you go on the internet, maybe even on person, everything is filled with something negative? I'll tell you why. You see, negative is more attention, like driven, attention seeking. And what do I mean by this? People are more like, they would be more interested to hear something negative rather than hearing something positive. I'm not talking about every single person, I'm just talking about most, like, at least average, okay? Average person likes negative news more than he likes the positive ones. That's crazy to think about. It is something outwardly, but it is the case right now. This saddens me, genuinely speaking. But it is the case, at least for like all of us. And some, basically, content creators, they know that. They know that the negative thing is more attention driving compared to positive thing. Maybe even neutral is more, but rarely you will see something positive. Rarely, seriously. They know that, and so they're using to get your attention. And my friend, your attention is now worth money. By you watching this video right now till this point, you're making me money. Let's be honest. You just invested in my business. You've done something unknowingly. I mean, like, you didn't know the backside of it, like the, you know, when you go like to a theater, you will see something on the front, and there's always something on the back. Literally, same analogy. You see something on the front, which is like the good package, the good surprise gift. However, inside, it is often not as we thought it was. It is. Like, I don't really like making content about negative stuff. I'll be honest. But it's just that it's kind of a meta right now. So if you're a content creator and you're making mostly positive stuff, you will see that you're not really making, I mean, like, getting some good views, making money from it. blah blah blah, getting the attention of people, you'll barely get some. Now, of course, it also depends on the niche. So, for example, if it's about money making niche, you better talk about positive stuff. Because if you keep talking about negative, like, oh, this drop shipping course is bad. Well, most of the times it's not about the money making, it's more about the course of specific person, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeah. This thing is bad, but you should try mine. That thing doesn't work, but mine does. Check out the link in the description. That's what you would hear from most of the people. Like, I know for a fact that this video is gonna get 1-2 views, which is quite funny. Maybe even 0. And I don't care. I just do it for fun. Because I like talking. If you're right now, go check my first video on YouTube. You will be surprised how far I've come. I went from a guy who couldn't directly look at the camera, who couldn't speak properly, who would be mumbling a lot, saying nonsense. Now, without even thinking beforehand, I can say something meaningful, something that people would love to hear, something that would get their attention. Yeah, that is quite interesting, I'll be honest. And it's gonna go even further. Everyone, I've started rereading the book called Atomic Habits. You definitely heard about that one. Everyone has same goal. The winner and the loser has the same goal. But only winner is winning, but only loser is losing. Do you know why? Because he's doing something different. He's not doing the same things as the loser does. Thereby, he's winning and the loser is losing. Do you know what is the secret formula for success in any matter? It's doing something every single day, even if you, well, actually, you should enjoy, you better enjoy it, actually. I was gonna say, even if you don't feel like it, it's true, but it is better if you do it and enjoy it. It's like the best case scenario. Because no matter what, even 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, other people will give up. Because their goal was to get money, maybe learn the skill and then just do something and forget about it. It was like yesterday. But you, my friend, if you just keep doing it for a long period of time, it will change everything for you. Seriously speaking. You will learn so many new things. That's gonna be life-changing. All right, my friend. I believe. Oh wait, I think I forgot to mention something. Yeah, I've started with YouTube, but I didn't mention something important. There's a reason why on YouTube the views are declining. Simple reason why is because most people are now getting into short form content. So even if you're watching YouTube, you'd prefer watching short form rather than long form. For me, it's not the case because I like long form more than short, but for everyone, it's different. For most, it is the short form. For least, it is long. No wonder long videos are not getting so much views. And so, I've also heard that current meta is a word that stands for most effective tactic available. Meta. META. Current meta is Instagram and TikTok. If you post their content, you are more likely, you are more likely to make more money there rather than on YouTube. No, you can still do the YouTube, of course, but like lately, if you just observe, right? Lately, it is not doing so well. Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna abandon YouTube, because firstly, I like doing these kind of videos, and doing them short form is not my thing. So, what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do, is try short form content, because it is worthy. It is getting good results. Like, interesting thing that I want to say, on my other channel, which is about Blender, like Blender tutorials, I used to post like 2 to 3, maybe even 4 shorts per week, and almost every single one of them were getting 1 to 2 thousand views per short, and it was like getting more and more each time I was posting. But I stopped because I genuinely thought that I'm not getting anything apart from views and subscribers and likes, sometimes maybe comments as well. I thought it's not worth it because I'm not getting people into my community. But turns out if I had continued, by now I would have had 100, maybe 200 subscribers. Probably even more, I don't know. So what I want to do is start posting on other social media platforms. Luckily, I've got all of the videos, I mean the shorts, and I can just make an account and post all of them weekly. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure about TikTok, because TikTok is still something. I would prefer Instagram. Seriously, TikTok, I don't really like it. I never used it. I mean, barely used it. Maybe I tried it one time, but didn't. It just didn't stuck. But what did stuck is Instagram, so I want to post Instagram. That's the thing. Yeah. All right, my friends. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you got something valuable from this, I'm not gonna say hit the subscribe button or hit the like button. If you got something from this, well, just send me something. I mean, a comment. Hit a comment. That would be even more cool than just subscribing. Because I don't expect much, anyways. All right, my friend. Remember, belief plus action equals correction.